viewers. Once again, I welcome you to this podcast session with Ima Ehumadu. This is Nollywood Hardcore. And you know, whenever we talk about Nollywood Hardcore, we're talking about that podcast session where you see me sit with the legends. Of course, today I'm seated here with a legend. And a very serious one for that matter. When you see him, you will be caught between should you laugh or should you smile or should you be serious? Because he is an actor that cuts across. You would not be able to pick to say that this is a very serious actor or this is a comic actor. You won't be able to place your hands on the kind of actor that he is. But one thing that is for sure is that he is one fantastic actor. Ladies and gentlemen, without wasting much of your time, I present to you Francis Duru.
Totolos. Who see they speak English so fine like this, you go say, man. They don't say you are English now. 2 poles apart. Man, great improvement.
There we go. You see,
Well done, bro. Well done, bro.
Now you're trying to make me laugh. But
No,
Francis,
no.
this is a very serious session.
I know they're serious.
It's not a comic session, please.
Okay. You see problem.
Francis Duru,
Yes, bro.
it's good to have you here.
Pleasure, man. Anytime.
How has it been?
Well, you have seen us, we are there. Nigeria is happening to us. We are also happening.
We're happening to Nigeria. That's the whole idea. Because if we say that Nigeria is happening to us and we're not happening to Nigeria, then we're making a little mistake.
That's right.
Okay. So this is Nollywood Hardcore.
Right.
And the essence of this podcast is for us to say it all. Say it all to the people out there, to the youths, to the upcoming ones. There are so many people out there that want to know our story, that want to know how we started in this business called Nollywood. A lot of them, I can assure you that a whole lot of your fans, for example, do not know where you are from. Oftentimes, like for me, people will argue. Some will say, na Bini boy. Some will say, no, this boy na Port Harcourt boy. Some will say, forget that thing, na Igbo boy. They don't get to know. But when they watch this program, legend after legend, they will get to hear the original story from the horse's mouth. I'm not saying that you're a horse. From Francis' mouth, they will get to know everything that they need to know about you. And this is why we are going to take this session from the very beginning.
Okay.
So when I say from the very beginning, you're going to tell us where you're from, where you grew up, and then what schools you attended.
Okay. Have you drink water small first?
That's why the water is there.
No water for sure.
I beg, position that Nollywood Hardcore so that they will see and
No
maybe
vex.
they know say na me give
No
you.
vex. Total loss. Give me water. I don't position. Well, thanks so much, my brother. I feel so inspired, honored, and privileged. Is it when your colleague calls you a legend and when your colleague sings, praises, showers, and comments on what you have been doing. It goes a long way to feel good. I think one thing we have lacked in this industry is the tendency to affirm each other, And so some of us, we have become alika. So as we fall from fence, nobody hail us, we hail ourselves. But so when you see when person they hail you and your colleague, I don't take it for granted, So thank you once more again. Well, going back to the questions you asked, it's a simple thing. I was born in the Cameroons, Bamenda,
You were born in Cameroon.
Yes, I was born in Cameroon, Bamenda. My parents are from Imo State, I'm from Eziama, Okai, Eziama, Inisiala, Mbano local government. My mother is from Obo in the same Oswama, Isiala, Mbano local government, So yeah, the tendency of whether from, I don't know how Benin on take enter or how take resemble Benin.
Oh, they say that to you too.
A person don't talk that thing before. But if it's Port Harcourt, I'll tell you yes, to a large extent. Because when I came back from Cameroon 1984, I finished my secondary school. By the way, I attended Big Mancon, Bamenda, in the Cameroons, Northwest Province. Then Sacred Heart College, Mancon, in Bamenda, Northwest Province. So I came back to Nigeria. I attended St. Thomas Aquinas, Osumbano, initial and local government.
Are these primary stages or secondary
No,
stages?
my secondary. I did my class 4 and 5 in Nigeria, St. Thomas Aquinas, but 1, 2 from class 1, primary 1 to primary 7 in Cameroon was in Big Mancon. Class 1, 2, and 3, Sacred Heart College, Mancon. And we still have that strong alumni, the association, still strong. Real men, great guys who have come, And I tell you the truth, they actually formed the core of my life. Then, when I came back to Nigeria, did my class 4 and 5, graduated, finished secondary school. I followed my grand auntie to Obibo and stayed with my uncle, Obele Ejalo, who has a transport company. I was helping him, our house boy, clean the house, go market, buy things, cook. Then he was the financial secretary of the National Union of Road Transport Workers in Obibo. So by virtue of the fact that I could read and write, I assisted him do circulars, put things in place, whatever they are going to do maintenance to his 3 buses, I'll be the one to do it. Go and get there's what they call what's that thing? Check slip. The check slip is given to you by the police to say police has collected your particulars, you committed an offense. So all those transporters, because they don't want to do papers and all that stuff, so every month they go and collect check slip to make them run away from doing papers. So once you show the check slip, so I was like the PA to him, by virtue of the fact that I could read and write well enough and express myself. So I became that, even to the point that I was a conductor. A bus conductor.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
So we have something in common.
Okay, you're a bus conductor too.
Yes.
Okay. Now, you see, whenever my uncle, may his soul rest in peace, Obere Jalo, Emmanuel Onyegalagwa. So, whenever we are traveling from Obibo to the village through Owerri, he will be driving, I'll be the conductor. We load the bus, go to Osisioma Park. That's where they normally park. We stay there, do other things. Then we move again, so we do passenger, conductor work, I collect all that stuff then, So that one was it. So from there, 1989, after 1986, I finished 1989. That was when, 86, 87, 88, 89, I was in Obibo. Then I have this friend, he's still alive today, Theophilus Lemchi. They were always going for Willy Willy. Willy Willy, this particular TV program that time, it was Willy Willy don't die, and chill and kill him. So we go to Port Harcourt, say normal this. It was something that everybody wanted to watch in Port Harcourt. So I followed him for their rehearsals one of these days because we were bored, we were done jam. I had my wire complete, clean, but jam because I don't understand the level. I did the first one, I passed 250, 260 something. I never, the cutoff point was my biggest problem. So when we now got to Obibo and all that stuff, then we're doing writing jam. So I followed Theo this time around to while away time. And when I went there, Sete Production Theatre, it's a live, more or less theatre house. So they were doing this production. I think they were doing some drama sketches. And the guy who was supposed to play the character of the Calabar man was not around, and they needed it badly. So they were just talking. I said, what's the president? Somebody who can play, the guy who is playing the role must speak like a Kwaibo man. I said, I can speak like that too. They just asked me, okay, I should. When I did, they said, this guy go feed do more. And I stepped into it. That is the story till today. That's how I became a member of Sete Productions. From one production to the other, theater, followed them everywhere, going to do drama sketch, do sketches in clubs where they play live band. If they play the live band, Gerardo Pino and the extended family, David Bull, Sonny Brown, those are the guys, Olympia Hotel, Presidential Hotel. Once they play, the time they normally have interlude, my friend, my group, that I will come and do drama sketch. Me, Millicent Jack, Lolo West, Chijoke Yaji, Yona Obomano.
Was this before you got into the university?
Yes.
Before you got into the university?
Yes. So those are the things where coming to certain production, I saw a new family. That's how I got into productions. Don't forget, it wasn't as if I planned that this was, because those days in the Cameroons, I could mimic Gringori, Clarus, Chief Zaboda, all of those guys. You ask me. So when I did that whole thing. From there, it expanded. They knew I could be trusted. What are they do now? They wait for jam. So every morning, I'll tell my uncle that I'm going for rehearsal. You ask me what is rehearsal? I say, Nagi may play. And so when I go and come back, they say, look at this Opovu, this idiot. They wake up in the morning. So that's how we're roaming around from one presidential hotel. We would trek to Olympia Hotel until one night we were arrested for wandering. And when they asked what we had in our bag, we told them costume. The policeman searched the bag. Where the costume now? I said, oh God, now wait till they take act. They say, come on, now carry you now, stupid head, go. So it went on like that. So from there to one small production to the other and all that stuff. Then came Telefest, 89, yes, River State. And that Telefest was an NTA program where every NTA station would present their own production for the Telefest competition. So they called for audition. Everybody who is an actor came out. So when they came out, we met people from the university. We met people who have been acting before. And right there, some great university lecturers, especially Professor Emaselu, Professor Friday Nwa for today, and a whole lot of them were mixing, were joking. The spirit of theater coming together. Everybody play, joke while we're waiting for things to happen. So we built that relationship. They now saw what we had, myself and Youna. Then I had gotten my admission now to read theater arts, University of Port Harcourt. And Professor Marcel told me that, look, I should forget about the degree admission. I should go and pick the certificate in theater arts. You've got an admission. Somebody said that leave one. Go and pick
the certificate
course. And I just followed, Who are you when somebody of that level tells you go and do it? And that's how I sheepishly followed myself and Youna Obamona. So then we had created a household name, Francis and Hogan in River State.
Francis and Hogan.
Yeah. So for every production that will happen in River State, 3 names in terms of comedy. There's Oke Bakassi, who was in University of Science and Tech, then doing what he's doing now till today. There's Yibo Koko, who will do Vaseline Corner. Then there's Francis and Hogan. So we're the 3, big names then for entertainment in River State that time. We never become superstar.
The Hogan part of the Francis.
Yeah.
Was that your group?
Yeah, my group, my pair, we normally do skits together.
Okay,
sketches.
You and one other guy.
Yes.
Called Hogan.
Yeah, so we don't need to prepare. You just put us on the spot.
Instant.
We deliver. Whatever. If he just says I don't think I'm up. So, spontaneity was that. So that was the household. So we now got admission into the university. That was when it expanded.
Okay.
So myself, Francis and Hogan now on stage. The late Amatu Braid was our lecturer then. Now saw us as an asset. When she's doing her variety project now, she will put us in between dances, songs, and all that stuff. So it just comes as a constant flow. So we became there then while starting the certificate course in theater. Mark you, Basoch Taria Jr., we got into the university at the same time. They went for the degree.
Okay.
So while we went for the certificate. And the certificate is a 1-year course. So most of the celebrated brands you see today went through that certificate course. You spend 1 year before you now enter degree. So while we're doing our certificate course, they were doing degree. So when they were going for second year, we were spending our 1 year that we call 1 year IT. So when we get to year 1, they are already in year 3. You get the point?
Okay.
But for us, it did not move us. Because the 1 year certificate course prepared you for life in the entirety.
Okay.
So because of that, now because of my stay in Port Harcourt all through that period, Look, I stayed in Port Harcourt more than I ever stayed in Imo State. So I embraced the Port Harcourt culture, the songs and everything. Married in Port Harcourt, from Port Harcourt and all that. So when people say, it's Port Harcourt, they are right too. Because actually that's the thing. I didn't spend most of the time, apart from the 2 years in my secondary school, St. Thomas Aquinas. The rest was Port Harcourt before I moved to Lagos.
Okay.
So you see, one hand, I was born in Cameroon.
Yes.
My parents, I'm Igbo, but I'm a Port Harcourt boy. Moved to Lagos, transitioned to Abuja now. I'm an Abuja boy.
So at what point did you find yourself in Nollywood in the whole of this?
Beautiful question. We finished our certificate course. Then I was in my house in the village, my room. I cannot call a house because this is na room. And when you say that room, not be saying anything big or bed.
We know as it be.
So we had finished, and because we are so used to theater, there so much work from lecture, rehearsal to the next morning. So after the certificate course now, nothing much to do. You know what it means for you to go and buy? There's one drug that will make you sleep, and we eat beans, so that sleep left us as theater practitioners. So we needed somebody advised that there's one drug you take, you sleep. When you eat beans from morning, you sleep. Because we're looking for sleep. So, and a knock. Then came Elem Nachi and Betsy Cookie. They are more or less a class ahead of me. And they came with this man, Leighton Dubisi Oko and Ebere Henacho. They came all the way from NTA Aba. They came and they sat down. Dubisi Oko was looking at me. He gave me a script to read. As I just read it in Igbo language, he said I should interpret it, translate it to Igbo. I did. He said, this is Ikem. And that was how I got into Nollywood with the movie The Missing Mask. It was my first Nollywood movie. That time was the same time Living in Bondage was raining.
Okay.
You get the point? So when Missing Mask came out, it was raining so much in the east, but did not have the power that Rattlesnake had from Lagos as a center of entertainment. So Missing Mask today remains my best and my first.
Okay.
We gave it everything from there. We came after The Missing Mask. We now understood then. Bob Manuel Udoku, who happens to be our very senior, and Uche Obona were in Checkmate. Sidney Diala had finished his certificate course. I was now in Lagos. So Uche Obona came one day when school. Uche Obona was angry with us. So what are we doing here? What are we doing here? We should go to Lagos. All the boys who are acting there, do they have two heads? They are not even as good as what you guys have. You, Francis, and you and Hogan, what are you people doing here? So myself, Victor Swagu, late Metro People, Julius Agu, then I was our junior student. We now went to Lagos. Ejike Sebo was already in Lagos. We went to, so I went to Ejike's place. Ejike carried us along. His late sister, may her soul rest in peace, had this Mazda. So she left the car with us. Ejike will carry us from one audition to the other, He was a father. We will call him Father Ejike. We will go to where we eat. This way it be in closer to the house, a Palm Grove. The woman has a book
where she writes her creditors.
Creditors. And good man, I go ignore them. Madam, write your name. And he paid. He was the one man who was there to actually give us that kind of comfort. I remember I was sleeping in their house. In the morning, in the night, we bring out the mattress and put in the parlor. The twin sisters, So we stay there, we would gist till the next morning. So from there, Bob Manuel Udoku, those are the guys who were like telling us where auditions were. We'll go for those auditions, we see them. He will talk to a couple of persons. These are my colleagues from University of Port Harcourt. Now, you don't even need to introduce us. Because as we come there, we take over.
Yes.
We start our songs, we start everything. So you must not, who be these guys? So when it got to time for rattlesnake was done for the guys our age that time our size. That was done in pairs, two guys. So they'll tell you to read Peter, then they'll tell you to read Ahana. When it got to then Julius Agu paired with me. When it got to, I think we were 20 something on that part. When it got to me and Julius, Amaka just said, "I've seen Peter, I've seen Ahana."
Okay.
So that was the entrance into Nollywood. The rest, auditions, jobs. After the movies came out, that we didn't have to go for auditions again. So they just called us, sometimes from school. I remember Dust to Dust when they called me. They will remember even in the comedy, Upper Williams, the Night of 1,000 Laughs, the very first one, the second, the third, the fourth. That was how it started.
Well, viewers, I'm sure you guys are so very thrilled with the little that he has told you. But trust me, we're just starting. This is just the beginning of the ride. We're going to take a 1-minute break. When we come back, we're going to continue on the ride with Francis Duru on Nollywood Hardcore. Don't go away. Stay with us. Hello, welcome back to Nollywood Hardcore Session with Francis Duru. And we're still here and we're going to take you on another ride. Francis Duru is someone who is very eloquent with his speech and his narratives. If you listen to the first session of his narratives, you will understand that he has taken us from almost from when he was born to this moment. So I don't know where he's going to take us to with the rest of the narratives, but let us keep listening to Francis Duru. Please don't go away. Francis Duru.
Yes, bro.
While you were describing everything about you from Cameroon to Nigeria and then from Nigeria to the Nollywood industry, I, sitting here, was almost seeing the whole picture playing out in my head. It was like a reel that was just playing out. Do you understand? I don't know, is this an effect from your study as a theater artist, or is it natural with you?
Well, I would say both. I would say both because whatever you are a product of your process. A product of your process. Where you are coming from adds to who you are. You get the point?
Yes.
So, for me, it's a combination of both. One, you can't come from my past without being graphic in the way you tell your story. It's real. But again, I would say by virtue of the fact that we have been gifted, when you mentioned the theater practice also perfects how you communicate. We are communicators first and foremost. So I'm being communicators, whether as actors, as a director, as an MC or anything, how you translate, interpret, and transmit what you say is key. If there are two things, it's for you to know whether you want people to hear you talk or you want people to listen to you talk. There are two different things.
Say that again, please.
Okay. Whether you want people to hear you talk or whether you want people to listen to you talk.
What is the difference?
Now, the difference is that hearing you talk is a biological thing. Sound comes from one ear and leaves.
Okay.
Listening, you commit to memory, you give attention, you pay so much attention to what is being said, and it is stored, it is being remembered. You can talk about it tomorrow.
Okay.
Retrospectively is what you listen to that you can actually talk about.
Exactly.
And what you are doing here has to do with mostly listening. If somebody wants to adjust his life, if somebody wants to learn, if somebody wants to pick a couple of things that the person has to listen to. So for us, before you speak as the actor, as a comedian, as a master of ceremony, as a development communicator, before you speak, you must be deliberate and intentional of how you go about it.
Okay.
See, bro, I was messed up one day when my mentor, Ugochukwu Omogu, define speech, bro, my head scatter. You know what he said?
No.
He said speech is nothing but logical calculation of our thoughts expressed in intelligent language.
And that's what it is.
Think am.
I just reason now. I just reason now.
Bro, when this thing, I heard it, it was like scales went off. So it means even as creative natives, as creators, if we want people to understand what we are acting, it's one thing for you to interpret, it's another thing for you to deliver. You can interpret character, but how do you deliver it? And so there's no way I want to talk to people where the habit of where I'm coming from, which is theater. Imagine if I've put in close to like 34 years in the business. So I'll not be small picking, I'll not be beans. Picking when they born that time, you don't say right now, if you never marry, you never even born your own picking. So there's no how I can go through that process within that span of time without making it mind way. So when we sit and talk, the natural thing is for me to make you listen to what I'm saying than making you hear what I'm saying. So unconsciously it comes. I think that answers that question.
It does. It does perfectly. The truth is that aside the viewers listening and learning one or two from you, that I'm seated here with you, I am also learning. I did tell you the truth. Look, I'm not just saying it to boost your morale, but I'm expressing myself from my innermost thinking.
Well. You see, for me, the word is intercourse. As we talk, is inter. That's a course. Our courses relate to each other. Okay. There are questions too. There are things you have said to about me that I may not know about me.
Yourself.
You get the point. So for me, when we have this discussion, it's an opportunity to mentor each other. T.D. Jakes used one word when he wanted to define mentor, that mentor, isn't it?
Yes.
Now he said it's mentor, mentor, mentoring their lives when they have discussions. So he said this is a mentor.
Yeah, this one is more of a mentor.
So we are touring our lives, and in the course of touring our lives, we are we are mentees.
Yes.
What you tell me that I may not know, I go back and say, oh, so I have this and I perfect it. So well, coming from you, kudos once more again.
Thank you very much. So, your early days as an actor.
Yeah.
Because I still remember how it was then.
Yeah.
What were your early challenges as an actor?
Well, I think I had a problem. And that problem has even still affected me this period. The challenge I had was that I did not have a focus. It's like saying, this is who you want to be because of the nature of the arts, how the art had engrossed me. My own take was that whenever there's an opportunity for me to do it, I just have to do it well, and I do not give it half measures. So because of that, I actually did not really know where I was going to be candid, straight up. I tell people my case is like that of a rolling stone. A stone that is rolling, but it stops at certain places. I'm not responsible to the stop, and I'm not responsible to how it continues. So if we were to bring that within spiritual and religious balance, I would say grace took me through. So because of that grace, I was not religious, I was not spiritual, but I just knew that I was going on. I just understood that I was in school. Oh damn, man! In school, I was too serious. Academically, my supervisor then, Dr. Okome, he would beg me. I know you have to make ends meet, but why don't you just sit down? You can give me a first class. So survival was key. And our survival was not from anywhere else, but from the assembly, from the skits we do, go outside, do it. That was how, I remember when I came to do my certificate, my parents paid my school fees. I don't know how much, even 100K that time now. I know reach even 60K. I told them that they shouldn't bother paying for my school fees, that I can take care of myself. And I've been taking care of myself. And how we went, finished, there was a day I come, how we take graduate? That kind of a thing. We went to school, we're so serious with school. We're not working to be first class, but we're working hard that we're so good that you have no choice but to use us. The partner will ban using us on stage, but the same lecturers who will ban us will be the one using us outside because we're just so good. You just needed us, So I'm in year one, but in all the 5 final year productions, I'm in it. And one day, late Zulu show for us, why is this young man in virtually every production? You get that point?
Yes.
So we were there. We were doing what we were supposed to do, but truthfully not knowing where we're headed for. That was a challenge.
Okay.
Just know that you are progressing. You know how you progress, but you don't know where you go. And that's my story till today.
So while you were rolling like that, at what point did you find peace with yourself and your career? At what point did you settle down to say, yes, I know what I'm doing now and I'm in love with it?
Okay, first and foremost, I've always been in love with what I do. You get the point?
Okay.
But I'll tell you one thing. Fred Amata called me to do Dust to Dust. I took Night Boss. Came, is a lead role. I don't know Fred Amata. They just called me, they say, all the way from Port Harcourt. I came and I came to the address they gave me the house. My guy don't go club that night, they had not come back. So the wife just asked me to just perch in the parlor and, when he came, they now took me to the hotel and all those niceties and all that stuff. I started saying, okay, so this is it. Now, when the poster of Dust to Dust came out, I saw myself everywhere. I said, okay. So now I'm this thing. It did not take 2 weeks, productions we had done. We had done these productions. You don't know. Your job is just do it. You don't even know when they come out. All of a sudden, the thing comes out. You see posters everywhere.
You see yourself everywhere.
Yeah, but when Rattlesnake, I think that's the truth. When Rattlesnake came out, I watched it and I took the video to my uncle on Ichade. He watched it and he was so angry and said, what kind of, why should, he was so vexed.
Why was he angry?
Because of the treatment the character received. Why were they, the emotion stuff, that kind of emotions, I remember one of my late aunties, they tell me at home that anytime they put my TV, she will tell them they should not put anyone that they are maltreating me. So when they begin to maltreat me, she will cry from morning to night, tell them they should call me so that they will tell say, that kind of, but Rattlesnake was what opened it. And from there,
it started to flow.
Okay. We now started having the relevance, knowing too well that your work is being appreciated, knowing well you've transited from where you were, and the rest is what you added. Yeah.
Let's look at the screen. Let's play back on something that would probably give you some reminders.
Mama, I knew it. I knew you were not dead. How can you just die like that?
Yes. I did not just die like that. My son, how can I just die like that? Your brother used me for his money ritual.
Mama, what are you saying?
Ah,
Open your ears.
blood money.
think he keeps a room out of bound in the house.
Mama! God!
Your brother killed me. I did not die naturally. Go and check in that room. It's filled up with money. But don't touch it. Because it's blood money.
No. No.
Blood money.
No, Mama. No.
Money.
No, Mama. No, Mama.
Money.
No, Mama.
It is blood money.
No, Mama.
It is blood
No,
money.
Mama. No,
It
Mama.
is blood money.
No.
Blood money.
No. No. No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's blood money.
Yeah, blood money. You remember it?
Yeah, Sakoji, that's Tony.
Yes.
I think she's still alive.
Yes, I suppose. I think so.
I think, yeah,
Yes.
you know, a remarkable production.
Yes. This was one of the movies that made a lot of marks on the face of Nollywood.
That's true.
Then.
Yeah.
There was one particular scene that you played here that
Yeah.
stood out.
I remember it.
For me, I would say that the award of dying in a movie should be given to you. Because I remember how you rode from that
Ijesha.
crossover bridge in Ijesha.
Yes.
You rode all the way down. You know, when I tell people about legends, I always associate passion, to it. Because then actors act with passion. A lot of passion. The way you rode down from that staircase, not minding if you would get injured or
Can I
not.
tell you the truth?
Tell me.
It was not in the script.
That's death. Was
The
not-
whole thing was that, from the coven, they were supposed to strike me,
Yes.
and I just dropped dead there. But you see, the actor's instinct and impulse is very, very important. And for a good director, always create that extra room for the actor to actually explore his instincts and impulse.
Yes.
When they hit me, it was a little bit getting towards the edge of that
The bridge.
the
You
staircase.
walk over.
As I just stayed by that staircase, I heard that word roll down. Churchill was a DOP. And it's like we communicated that, oh boy, at the roll. He knew I was about to do something. You know what he did?
yeah.
He opened up his camera. And the camera is not all this moment toy weapon.
No, I remember
Beta
that.
cam.
Betacam camera.
That only the
Big
belt.
and massive.
The belt, that big stuff, he had it. So I saw Churchill go on low angle. I say, hey! So it means I must play into this angle.
Yes.
So as I was coming down, he did not stop. He kept moving downwards and I kept rolling. The blood came out, till I got down to the edge of it. He stood up. It was between me and the director of
cameraman.
photography, Churchill. I remember it vividly. When we finished, the director said, cut. OJ, I will always remember him for this. Grabbed me, put me into his car, and went straight to his house. Gave me towel, soap, and I had to shower. And when he finished, he gave me 10,000 naira.
Aside your artist
Aside
fee.
my artist fee, and said, thank you. You said something. Total loss, my brothers. In my own, they know, say Labista, total loss, all the names that I don't know how to call him, but you know how I call, just answer now your name.
Anyway, you go and answer you.
You see, most times we use that word legend, And I think it has been abused over the years. One man of God, I think, Pa Abioye, let me paraphrase it. He said, don't beg for a rank. He said, make your mark and end your rank. When you make your mark, you end your rank.
Exactly.
And there's no general without a scar. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
These were the things, the passion that pushed us into this business then, even till now. For me then, it was all about the passion, and that's why to a large extent I did not make money. We know how much money we're being owed because we wanted to. I remember when one particular producer, director was owing us so much until Mohammed Abdullah and Dago Godimin has found out another way we're going to collect our money from him by going to Idumota to collect TV and electronics. If you remember that day,
Yes.
where as they owe you, you go there, you tell the market and see how much they owe you.
Yes.
You say, give me TV, give me.
Oh my goodness.
You get the point.
Yes.
So for me, that beat, you see that beat, there was so many of such kind of roles we played because, you know, when consumed by the passion of acting, it's like you see nothing else but just that role. You don't even see yourself. You know the kind of accident one has had. All because you just want to give it all out.
Maybe someday I'll have to tell my story all by myself.
Now I remember one.
Yes.
Your trip to Dubai.
Yes.
I use it to tell stories, and I asked them. I told them it's okay, fine. We're talking about insurance. We're talking about okay. You are on set. The budget of your movie is 5 million, and an actor has an accident on that set, and it needs up to like 2.5 million naira to treat the actor. Who treats the actor?
Who trusts the actor?
You get the point.
Yes.
You know, so that's why I said don't beg for a rank. If you have not earned your mark, don't ask for a rank.
Don't be too quick to calling yourself
Yes.
one rank.
One rank, you know. I hear people legend.
Yeah.
You see, there are people when you hear their work, it
Yes.
is not how many movies you have churned out. It's your staying power,
Yes.
and we give God thanks for that.
Look at this fine boy.
Oh yeah. And,
Please play back the other video. Let's see what we have on that one.
okay.
Who is that? It's me, Emmanuel, your father. Emmanuel. Sit down. Emmanuel, I've come to talk to you regarding the letter you showed me this morning. You see, there are certain things you don't understand. Roman Catholic priests don't take wives. If they remain single all their life, they lead a celibate existence. Do you realize that?
Dad, it's because they don't want distractions. Women are distractions there.
Shut up. What do you know about women? Listen, my interest in all this is that
See how young.
my son,
See how young Pete Duce
if
was
you
there.
decide to become a Roman Catholic priest, it means you are consciously terminating the family line. Can't you understand? It means that nobody succeeds me. You halted my lineage. Listen, you're my only son.
I was beginning to wonder if I'm really your son, Dad.
For God's sake, man, listen. I'm not going to sit down here and watch you waste my generation because you have childishly decided to become a Roman Catholic priest. No. From now on, you're going to be locked in here until you change your mind.
But Dad, what's wrong in wanting to serve God, Dad? What's wrong with that?
Absolutely nothing. Emmanuel, I have a reputation to protect. The lion does not give birth to a snake. You have decided you're going to become a Roman
This is
Catholic
this
priest.
man's job.
It means I'm going to lock you in here until you change your mind.
This guy from my place now.
There'll be no more catechism for you. There'll be no more mass.
Sent to be
no
continue
more
the
altar
character.
service until you change your mind. Is that clear?
But Dad, what's wrong in wanting to serve God? What's wrong, Dad?
Nothing.
Just away from window take off.
You can't do this, Dad. You can't do this, Dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you remember this one?
Yeah, the title of the movie again.
Narrow
Escape.
Narrow Escape.
Narrow Escape.
Produced by Andy Best.
Andy Best, thank you.
Yes.
Sent to be continued.
Yes, Sent to be played your older one.
Yeah.
There are three of you that play this character. The younger,
Yeah.
you, and then Sent to be.
Yeah.
Do you remember what year this was?
That was more or less between 94, 95.
So between this one and Blood Money, which one did you play first?
I think Blood Money. It's within that same period because I was.
Because Blood Money was 97.
97.
Yes, I played a policeman in Blood Money.
Okay, then this came before.
This
that.
one came before Blood Money.
Yeah.
Okay, so my question to you now is, how would you describe the role of the name marketers in our movies? Plus and minus. The positive angle of their influence and the negative part of the negative influence in our movies.
Well, first and foremost, I said something here that when a man has earned his mark, give him his rank. And I think they earned their mark because they're the people who actually sustained what you call Nollywood today. No matter how bad, no matter what people may say, the intrigues and the things that happen there, they actually instituted. See, you cannot create in a vacuum. Whatever people are doing today is born out of the fact that some people went out of their way to establish something you can see and modify. So give them their flowers. But for me, the challenge they had was like they saw it as mere business, nothing less than buying and selling. And that's why today they are no longer in grip of
Business.
what they created. Lack of foresight to understand that there's a future and you can't be doing the same thing and it actually evolves into the next phase of life. Society is dynamic and changes must reflect societal times. If you want to stay in the dark, it's your business. They lost it when they did not give time, attention to the distribution plank and distribution ecosystem of the industry. That's where they lost it. They found it difficult to get somebody from outside to have a better look into what they were doing. They didn't have a strong peer review mechanism that can say, well, this thing we are doing this way is not right. You understand? It was more or less a show of power. And that show of power actually got to the ridiculous point of you are banning an actor because he asks for what is his right. Everybody has a price for what he's doing. And you wake up one morning and say, you have banned this person, you have banned this person. It was a high level of ignorance and naivety. And that's actually what cost them. You are having gold and you do not know how to keep that gold and preserve that gold. So that's what happened to them. But like I said, give them their flowers because it was their resources that built whatever we are improving on today. It will be a mark of ingratitude and insensitivity not to once in a while you give it back to them. But for that flaw they made, it cost them a lot.
It cost them a lot. And has also cost the industry a lot.
Yes.
Because Nollywood industry today is looking like a set of children with no parents.
Yes, to a large extent, I will agree with you. But to a large extent too, some of those children who did not have parents, now they have stepped out of their homes because maybe their parents, since their parents did not provide homes for them, they stepped out of their homes and were able to like do things their own way and can now have freedom and liberty. That's why you're seeing people. See, we are in trouble. Oh. Forget say we don't stay for this now. These boys wait there outside now. The boys are mad. I was watching one group, Selena or Celine group like that. One guy, I've forgotten them. They take our old movies and make so much joke out of it, and people are watching. They can pick your character now, Labista, so they do a mockery of Labista.
Oh,
The guys are gaining followership. They take the aspects of your acting. It's say I'm Labista. And your character trait in Labista, they play that, they turn it to like, ridicule. Because, see, the world is there's so much tension, so much pain. People have short attention span to watch longer versions of stuff. So you just want to pick your phone now and you just Google, you see all those things they are doing. And they are doing well. It's creativity, disruptive innovation that is coming up. So for those parents, who did not take care of these children, those children have come out. And for me to say right now, I think the liberty we have now to do our stuff now, without you waiting for any marketer to say, yes, I agree or I don't
like
agree.
this or do it like that.
So I think that's something we need to celebrate.
Okay. All right. Viewers, you must agree with me that this is a very interesting session with Francis Duru. And I'm sure you guys are learning a lot. We're just going to take another 1 minute break so that we could just take a little water. If you check, you see that my voice is cracking already, and I'm sure his is cracking too. So we'll take a 1 minute break, and when we come back, then we will engage you on the concluding part of this, our podcast session with Francis Duru on Nollywood Hardcore. Please don't go away. Thank you. Hello and welcome back to Nollywood Hardcore. And today I'm seated here with my guest, Francis Duru, and we have been having a beautiful ride already. So this is just the concluding parts. And if you have not been with us, I will advise you go back, rewind this tape, and watch this session from the very beginning. Because if you do not, you're going to be missing a lot. Francis Duru.
Yes, bro.
It's such an honor to be here to impact. Already you have been impacting on the youths from when you were a young man. Because looking at those video clips, you see this your punk is one consistent thing about you.
I never know.
Because looking at that first video to the second video, this punk has always been there.
Are you sure it's not a coincidence?
It's not a coincidence. I have always known you with punk. Me, myself.
For real?
Yes.
Wow.
I can't even remember seeing you anytime on low cuts, complete low cut.
Okay, I tried it just once.
Just once.
Yeah.
So, you see? So, a lot of people are learning a lot from you.
You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
and...
we thank God for that.
Yes. That is one good part of our movie that's, a lot of people will agree with us that it has impacted a lot on the youths. And watching this podcast session is still going to inspire and impact a lot on a lot of our youths that are watching today.
Yeah, just to add to what you just said, sometimes all it takes to actually help someone, you just point them to the right direction.
Yes.
And it is not about what was said. It's about who said it.
Who said it?
And that's where we as actors should be very, very, very careful. Because there's something you tell a guy now, the guy says, who said it, Francis Duru? Okay, go. I've been in the youth church or family worship center for 24 years. I'll tell you, parents bring their children. I need you to talk to him. And I said, why? And he said, you are his role model.
Yes.
You find out that there are certain things you will tell a child and the child will do. Or the father will tell the child will not do.
Listen.
It's the power of what we do.
Yes.
So that's why I tell our colleagues, our friends, who are in this business to be deliberate and intentional and understand like what Chuba Okadibo said one time, that our job is like a new razor blade. If you use it well, it gives you a clean shave. You use it wrongly, it cuts.
It gives you a clean cut.
And it cuts
Deeply.
So that is what this medium is all about. Let's not be glory in the part of the celebrity, self-glorification, but understand that we are also molders of thoughts, molders of opinion, that there are people who are looking up to us to say, I'm doing it because I saw him do it.
Yes. Anyway, that's a good motivational speech right there. Let's look at this screen again. I want to flash your memory back on this picture. Look at this picture.
This is La Viva.
La Viva. That's you right there.
Yes.
That's me right next to you.
JT
Then
Tom
rest
West.
in peace, JT Tom West, and then
This is
Chooks.
Chooks. Yes. Yes.
This movie, do you know, till date, it still hurts my heart so much why this movie never came to limelight. You were close to the director of
Izu
this
Ojukwu, yes.
movie,
Yes.
Izu Ojukwu.
Yeah.
Please, do you know what happened to this movie?
You know something about this movie. Peace Anyam of blessed memory was one of the executive producers.
Okay.
Dozier Infinity was one of the executive producers.
Were there executive producers as at the time of production or after?
As at the time of production.
Really?
Yes. Izu, this is one work, I'll tell you the truth. You see, Mercy Johnson.
This was more like the movie that introduced Mercy Johnson.
No, she has been there, but this is one movie that
Would have stood her out.
one of the best movies of Mercy Johnson and Joy Egbono.
Yes.
One of those great movies till today. Then the late JT Tom West. This was the best movie I believe he must have done, but he was not alive to see it. And we have still not seen it.
Even we that are alive have not seen it.
It's something we really need to sit back and I'll call Izu, we talk, because this is one hell of work that Nigerian Army gave everything. And kudos to the Nigerian Army for making it, so creating the enabling environment for us to do La Viva. La Viva was, I don't even know whether I was or is.
It was, because it's not out yet. Nobody has seen it.
Do you know that? Okay, AMA Award, there was a premiere of La Viva. I was privileged to have watched it from Bayelsa. We came to Lagos. We watched it. Later, Miriam Makeba was in that. I think AY was the anchor. When I watched even myself, Ewa walked up to me and said, bros, what is this? Because everybody gave something that he has never ever tried till today. It aches. It makes my heart bleed. But again, it's something that we have to do more or less a conference call between me, you, and Izu. We talk. Let's talk.
We need to, because
we need to.
La Viva, by the way, La Viva is a story of the Nigerian soldiers, the role of the Nigerian soldiers in the Liberian War, during the Liberian War. And this movie was actually shot, I think it was just a year after the Liberian War ended.
Yeah, just a year or two, a couple
a year
of
or
years.
two after.
Because we used some of the rebels.
Yes, a lot of rebels from Liberia were
Yeah.
imported.
The other one of them now is a big boy now. He has gone back to Sheriff.
Yes, Sheriff. I met Sheriff in Liberia.
Yeah.
When I went to shoot a movie last year in Liberia. I met him. We talked about the movie too. Anyway, moving forward, I know a lot of you will not understand what we are talking about. So it's a great production and a lot was put in. It was a feature movie as at the time we shot it. Until date, it still remains a feature movie because
Yes.
you could put in a lot
to
make this movie. By the way, this movie was shot in 2006.
Not 2006. Around 2000 in 2003, 2004.
No, 2004.
Yeah, 2004.
2004, because JT Tonwes died 2006.
Yeah,
It was shot 2004. I remember. Just a year after I shot Labista.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, moving forward. Francis Duru,
Yes, sir.
recently you went back to school.
Yeah.
You are studying, you're doing your PhD or doctorate.
Yeah, PhD, yeah, same thing.
Why did you decide to go back to school? And what inspired you to go back to school and what do you intend to achieve with that?
Well, for me, I think I've always liked academics, and when I went to University of Port Harcourt, my intercourse with the professors and all that, it became obvious that I have a whole lot to give back, especially to the academics. I have my BA in theater, the MSc in development communication. Now I'm doing my doctorate in development communication. Now, let me tell you why. I realized that a whole aspect of our experiences, we have not really utilized them enough. There's 17 SDG goals. They are looking for visibility.
The 17 what?
Sustainable development goals.
Okay.
Climate change, a whole lot. They are looking for visibility. And if what we have become over the years and our experiences it's a veritable tool for communication. So I went to read development communication because I not intend. You'll be shocked that in your movies, you have been delving to different aspects of the 17 development goals. Climate change, some things, criminality, housing, and all that stuff. And so for me, I think academics will help me build myself up to have all it takes to face the SDG goal, coupled with the fact that me being an actor, gives anything that is put on me a deep sense of visibility. Typical example, you walk into a community, two boys are fighting. Three people have said, people should stop this fight, people should stop this fight. And the two of them fighting are your fans. We want to stop this thing now. All of a sudden they stop. They say, sir, it's because of you. And you bring them together. What will be the problem? You talk to them, they go back home. It's the power of who you have become. But you see, we have left that power only in areas of self-glorification, who have become celebrities and all that stuff, and we have not been able to use it to actually change the world, use it to preach against some of the things, Till today, you hear, okay, even our country, Nigeria today, some of the things happening, we've not been able to use actors as a tool to reach out to the people. This is what is happening. Let us help our country. Let us take it easy. It affects me too and all that stuff. So these are other aspects that you as an actor are not aware of. That is like it's lying fallow. It's not just about people. We're just talking about the impact we've made. So you are a tool for behavioral change. You can change the way people, look at things. You can. I talk to people each day, and sometimes when I talk to them, they call them, my brother, thank you for that day, okay? I never saw it that way. Because the medical science does not have the scapula that can tear into the human mind. It cannot tear human mind. It's only thought. And remember what we said about speech. logical calculation of our thoughts expressed in intelligible language. So that is what can pierce somebody's side to say, okay, there's a new understanding, paradigm shift, mentality shift, molding opinion. That's why I studied DEFCON, behavioral change and all that stuff, how the attitudinal change to things, and how you can use the same thing you have become to like express and communicate change in the world.
Beautiful.
I know say the thing.
No.
The way they look me now, no.
Because you are doing a doctorate degree. This is what you are studying in doctorate degree. You understand? And I am not in that class and course with you.
Yeah.
So if you succeed in confusing me, then the viewers will call.
No, but I confuse you now.
No, you didn't confuse me. I understood you completely. I'm just wondering if our viewers will be able to understand.
No, they understand them.
Okay.
Say that now wait what I don't they do. I go they study and well so that I can fit and change the world.
Now you don't rephrase her.
I know friends are to change the world now.
Okay.
If I don't confuse you, how can they confuse them?
Okay. On a lighter note, Francis Duru, you're a family man.
Yes.
You are one of those actors that do not display your family to the public, because I'm not sure I have seen you anywhere with your family. Is it like you like to keep family away from?
No. We see the truth about it. See, for me, family is the ultimate. Guy, I tell you the truth.
Yes, I know that completely about you. You don't joke with your family.
I don't joke with my family. See, if I will take keke, if it means me to take an Okada to go and buy drug for my kid, I would do it.
I do it
I
too.
don't care about celebrity. So the celebrity toga and superstar toga is like a jacket. I wear it when I feel like wearing it. Nobody go force me to wear it.
Exactly.
So for me, I'm like, no, we stay around, go to place when we want to go to. But you see, yeah, you know me, I'm the old school type. I don't know how to call the blow trumpet. Me and my children will go here. She said, no, that is not my thing. It's not as if we don't, why not?
How many kids do you have?
I just got 3, blessed with 3. 1 beautiful girl and 2 great guys.
How many wives?
No, only one I get now.
Now, question I ask now.
The only one I get, and only one I intend to get, and the only one I will get.
Good. That's okay. Francis, you have played virtually all kinds of roles.
You're right.
Action, love, drama, comic. Because I remember saying me and you will play Otondo
Hi.
back then in Jos.
I say me Zojuko.
Yes,
Not be
same.
Jos on Abuja here.
Otondo was in Jos.
Otondo na Abuja here, you did forget? This
No, it was in Jos.
Otondo was here. This hotel where they by Jabi Lake.
I mean, I don't get confused with that.
You see, Otondo na here
It
now.
was here in Abuja.
Yes. Were you in Laraba?
No, I wasn't in Laraba.
What did we do in Jos together? No, we met in Jos. Okay, were you in 11th hour?
No, it was Otondo. We shot in Jos.
No. Otondo na Abuja here.
Okay, we will do this one off the cam. I'll call the Zojuku to confirm this. Because me, I strongly believe that it was in Jos.
Abuja here.
Okay, no problem. So, you have done action, you have done love, you have done drama, you've done virtually all kinds of roles.
Yeah.
Which one would you say is your favorite kind of role?
Imasi, I have refused to push myself to a corner. But if you ask me now, if there's one thing I want to play again more and more and more, is action.
Then that's your favorite.
It's not as if it's my favorite. You know why I said? Because some people have not said, okay, some people say, I don't think you can do action. I say, can you shut up? Don't say that again. No talk and make people will know me.
We'll refer them back.
We have done so much. But like you said, but if I were to, but I try as much as possible to remain that 360. Something happened when I was in the university. The first 3 months we got into the university because of my comedy and all that stuff. Come on, every person they talk every. I say no. I learned how to be a 360-degree mold, and that's my forte.
Okay.
So I like to surprise you. So when you bring it, I give you a different level. But I love to do more action.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. In rounding up, final question. What would be your advice to the government on how to impact on Nollywood
Well,
positively?
like I've always said, you see, thank you for what you guys are already doing. But you see, we will always remain the Oliver Twist to ask for more, because here's an industry that has so much to offer this nation. Uplifting her dignity, the heritage of Nigeria, creating jobs, social cohesion, and using us even as a tool for your propaganda positively. Making it easier. Now, yes, we heard of so much money and all that stuff, but let it be the kind of thing that will not go begin going at the beginning, ask for liver of your father, kidney of your grandmother. Let the ease of getting these funds and creating the enabling environment. We need more in terms of funding, in terms of, look at what Ghana is doing. Incentives now, 20% off tax and all that stuff. We need more because we have a population, we have the market, we have all it takes. We have beautiful, diverse culture, things about us, and our people are eager. So if we have the market, we have the willing actors and practitioners. Which one are they wait for? Use us and use us well, and we'll add so much value to this nation. Nigeria is ours. We cannot be big outside and small this way. Let's take our greatness from here to outside. Give us more. Pay more attention in the creative industry. The labors of our heroes past, make it not be in vain.
Thank you very much, Francis Duru.
Bless you, bro.
I appreciate your coming to this, podcast session, and every word that has come out of your mouth is impactful.
Thank you.
And I believe that the youths and the general public are going to find this worthy to watch, learn, and also put to use. We look forward to seeing you again sometime in the future. I do not believe that this is going to be a one-time face-off. Yes, there will always be a reason to want to bring you back here, because your session is so intellectual. And he has a lot to offer to the people.
Amen.
So we look forward to having you here again some other time.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much.
Thank you so much, bro.
Viewers, at this point in time, we want to say thank you for watching. But before I sign out, usually we have a way of saying, aside using our mouth to say thank you to our guests, we also have a way of saying thank you with a little souvenir from the Nollywood hardcore department, and this one is specially made for Francis
What's
Duru.
my name?
Yes, so that another person no go carry and wear am.
Of course.
This one.
This one not the one my wife go just carry am. That's if you wear am, if you check the name.
So this is from us to you, Mr. Francis Duru.
Thank you, bro. I truly appreciate, man.
You're welcome.
I go knock on one hand now.
Sharp.
Thank God, see what you are wear. That's why I know I no wear cap today.
Your punk, they always represent your cap.
and you see, for Lagos, I don't say na one baba what I get, but here too, my baba Vincent,
He already knows how to structure
he's the one who alters my haircut.
Okay.
It's good like this, Abi.
Yes.
Peace,
Sir.
man.
So viewers, I'm sure you guys have had a wonderful time with us here on Nollywood Hardcore, the Legends Untold Story. And at this point, this is where we'll come to draw the curtain on this edition. Stay with us as I also bring another legend up here the next time we meet. Thank you for staying with us, and God bless you.